Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Colonies. Welcome to the Loft Podcast, episode number 2, week number 2. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the first episode. And guess what? We're back again here today, coming through with another one. All right, so we got a special guest here with us. We got my boy Anthony King, aka BlackVoiceGod. You already know. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Please tell us.
You already know what it is. My name is Anthony King, aka BlackVoiceGod. I run Moon Culture Films as well. I'm a filmmaker, director. I shoot music videos. I shoot commercials.
Ooh.
I shot a bunch of nonsense for Sylvanas as well. Don't call it nonsense. That's
Trash.
nonsensical. To call it nonsense, my guy.
Trash.
We shot the drug dealer video.
Ooh.
We shot the Death Note parody, Death Note, whatever nonsense.
I got little articles written about it. It's not
just little articles.
Wait,
There's actually one.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's all good.
Couple of parentheses.
The S has a parentheses around it.
Yeah. But I'm a music video director as well. I shoot music videos out in Korea a lot. I shoot music videos in New Jersey, LA, America. I was in Greece, Mexico, wherever you want me to be, I'd be there. I think I said I was a voice actor. I'm also a professional dancer. I've been dancing since 8th grade. Started off as a break dancer, went to popping, locking, crumping, even a little bit of wagging.
Crumping?
Whatever, crumping.
I remember crumping.
That was my shit back in the day.
Damn.
J Squad? You are
Dude, J Squad.
You remember J Squad?
That
The
Yu-Gi-Oh
Bill
beat?
Nye one and the Yu-Gi-Oh one?
Yeah.
Street Fighter? Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
yo, that was crazy.
All right,
he's also.
And I'm also Keitaro's brother, yeah! Ready to round of applause for that.
Keitaro's brother.
All right, just so you have a little bit of connection, and he's like the main voice of the Smash Planet series. So if you've seen Smash Planet, that's like to help you guys get a little bit more like info on like how he got basically related to us, or like how he got into like this whole thing right now.
The world of Smash Planets.
Ooh.
He's also Snake.
I forgot the rest of the words.
Smash 70,000 views. Okay, 70,000 views.
Yo, where's the next Smash class coming out? Never, but it's all good.
The biggest thing is that like you gotta know that Anthony King is Keitaro's brother, and he's this guy that's like this really talented guy that's been like kind of helping us in the behind the scenes to make some like amazing content. That's like a big thing with like his connection to Loft.
You know, I'm actually curious. All right, so wait, so Keitaro was older, right?
Yeah.
What is the age difference between you guys?
4.5 years.
4.5 years?
Right now it's 5. So I'm 32 and you're 27.
I forgot how old he was, but yeah, that's why I wasn't going to answer that. He looked at me and smiled. He's like, all right, so Anthony don't even know. His age is like 10. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
Like 4.5. Yeah.
Not to put Keitaro on
26.
blast or anything, all right, but a lot of people, I find this genuinely surprising. I guess I get why people are surprised that you're 32, but like whenever we say you're 32, people actually do not believe us. Like
They don't believe I'm 32. They don't believe my parents speak Spanish. Ever. Like, they hear I'm here and say, oh, your parents actually do? I thought you were lying. I'm like, no. They don't believe I have a brother. People are probably watching right now. He's not your brother. He's your brother. Like,
Nah, his brother.
Yeah, I'm 32. I turned 33 next year, and 2020, and yeah, I don't care, man.
I mean, to be honest, I'd be happy if I was 32 and people thought I looked 23. Like,
yeah, it's
fuck it, I look
definitely
young forever.
not an insult at all.
Black don't crack, white sure do. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
And we keeping that.
Black
All right,
man voice guy.
Anyways, I'm just so honored to have you here. Honestly, I'm just so happy to have you here on the podcast.
Black power voice guy.
No matter what differences, separate us. I'm glad to have you here as a friend, man. That's really what we're all about here at the Loft.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Solving racism one house at a time.
Racism 101 right here, one house at a time.
You already know. All right, so everybody knows it was the holiday season. All right, and one topic I think it would be interesting to touch on, because we're all gamers and we all come from a gaming background, and most people start playing video games when they're kids, and a lot of people have great memories associated with Christmas, getting that game you always wanted, that game console you always wanted. So I was curious, do you guys have any special memories that kind of like stick out in your minds of maybe getting that gift you really wanted for Christmas, gaming related?
No.
Well,
Fair enough.
Well, for me, I don't have like a game that I wanted type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I still remember there was this one Christmas where like I opened this big box that was wrapped up, and I was like, yo, what is this one? So I like unwrapped it, and when I unwrapped it, it was just a case of beer. And I'm like, it was like Bud Light. I was like, yo, I was about to punch my dad.
How old were you?
How old were you? I don't know. I was probably 13, 12. I really don't know. I'm terrible with ages.
Okay.
But I'm like, what is this Bud Light, man? What's going on? So I'm like, I looked at my dad. I'm like, I'm about to run away. So I was like, they just kept looking at me like they was recording me. I was like, all right, whatever. So I started like opening it up, and I'm like, all right, something's going on. Because I saw like more paper in it, and then like as I was unwrapping the paper, I was like, and I saw more. I saw a bunch of GameCube games in it, and I was like, oh, the old bait and switch. All right, so that was like my most memorable like gaming Christmas because. Like my dad pranked me, but he gave me like a bunch of games in the end.
You almost ended his life over it, but yeah, that's memorable.
Yeah, I was like gonna run away, like, and so
never come back.
Yeah, it's ludicrous, right?
Ludicrous. That's one of my favorite rappers back in the day too, man. Very ludicrous. Yeah.
All right, well, that's a very interesting story. Thank you, Sylvanus. I'll go ahead and tell mine real quick because I have kind of an interesting one. Back in 2006, the Wii was the big craze of the day. Everybody wanted a Nintendo Wii. It was supposed to change gaming, revolutionize gaming. This is before people really got like tired of motion controls and really wanted like high graphics, like HD games. Because most people didn't even have HD TVs back then.
Yeah.
And then like the Wii came out. It was the biggest thing in the world. I wanted one super bad. I was always a Nintendo kid. I had the GameCube. I had a DS and everything. So I love Nintendo. And my parents fought through the lines of savages at Walmart, moms throwing duffs left and right, trying to get this Nintendo Wii, you know what I mean? There's actually videos online of like literal brawls at like stores.
I remember that.
People have died at Walmart.
Yeah. I remember seeing this one video on the news, I'll never forget this, and they just put all the Wiis in like a big box in the middle of Walmart, and there are people literally just running, sprinting into the store after them, like fighting each other and pushing each other down and stuff.
That's wild.
That's
like if you die at Walmart, you can't get to heaven.
Yeah.
You can't even go to heaven.
Kmart maybe, Walmart nah. They died there like Jesus.
That's how you know. That's how you know hell took over Earth when Kmart died, right there. Rest in peace, Kmart.
I really miss that place.
Kmart's still alive, but it's like a Marshall.
It's
now.
extremely
There's no video games.
Small. Yeah.
Toys R Us still around?
No, Toys R Us.
They just brought it back.
Oh, really?
50
I heard it
There's
brought it
like
back.
one
50
store or something.
50 Cent, yeah. Well, rented out the store for a day.
50 Cent?
For his kid.
For his kid.
And
Oh.
everybody thought he was a piece of shit. And it's like, if I had money to rent out a Toys R Us store and make my kid happy, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, he doesn't care
I'm
what
sorry.
other people
Just
think
add
about
money. I can't like not use it. Fuck out of here.
That is that's very interesting. That is very interesting. 50 Cent, shout out to him. New York, you are now rapping with 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying?
I got shut down.
Many men.
All right, continue the story though.
Oh yeah, my story. I'm sorry. So basically, my parents.
He didn't care about 50 Cent. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
I read that facial expression and everything. He didn't give a fuck. Continue though.
Okay. 50 Cent.
That's
just
my
kidding.
idol.
So my parents bought me the Wii. All right, it was Christmas. I was super excited. I really did not think I was gonna get it. And then open it up. My dad was actually recording me with his like flip phone at the time or whatever. Using the little camera on there, and there's actually a YouTube video of it out there. I'll put it on screen right now, but there's a YouTube video of little like 7-year-old Colin opening up his Wii and freaking out and screaming, and I remember just hooking it up and playing Wii Sports and being mind blown by that, like bowling and tennis.
Wii Sports was crazy.
Wii Sports is underrated,
bro.
bro.
Shit, man.
Wii Sports is
I wish
underrated.
we still had it.
I know.
Wii Sports was actually probably my most played game on the Wii.
Yeah.
Wii Sports was legitimately fun.
For me,
It was
Besides Brawl.
was.
I forgot about that game. Other than Brawl.
Like the bowling game, the baseball, like.
dude, the boxing game.
Oh my god.
I hated the boxing
Oh, no,
game.
man.
I
What?
can never understand how
I was
to
a
do it.
bowling man.
Yeah, bowling was the
I used to
shit.
I was
Bowling.
bowling and baseball.
Yeah, bowling and baseball was crazy.
Tennis was dope too, in my opinion. But yeah, no, Wii Sports was crazy. But that's really my favorite Christmas memory of getting something. There's been many though, but yeah. Anyone else have any good stories?
All right, so he's my brother. We're gonna have probably the same best Christmas story that we've ever had.
Most memorable.
Most memorable.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, to be exact. So I'll hop in on that. So one Christmas back in Plainfield in the hood, like I said before, we gotta see it again. 908, bullets don't fly, pigs do. It's all good. I messed up on it. Bring it back. But back in the day, we used to play soccer in Plainfield, and we had our two Mexican homies, Marcos and another dude. He came through a couple days before Christmas. We chatted it up with him. We didn't really know why he was there, but he was there. He said, "What are you getting
Just
for Christmas?" You're just chilling, whatever. And then he said, "What are you guys getting for Christmas?" We're, "Oh yeah, we're getting like a Dreamcast and some Nintendo games or whatever." He's like, "Oh, I don't like Dreamcast." I was like, "Whatever, bro. Like that's cool." Like I didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
A couple days later, we come home. We find out that we got robbed. Our house got broken into.
Damn.
First thing is we're little kids and stuff. First thing we look at is the Christmas tree. Look at the tree. The tree still got its feathers and all that, whatever the tree's got. Then we look under. We look at the presents. Some presents are gone. First thing I look at is the big box. I remember shaking it, like wondering what this box was earlier before. So I look at it, and the box is open, ripped open a little bit, and I see Dreamcast written on it. Whatever the Dreamcast name, the label shows.
The little circle.
And you can tell the person that wanted to steal the presents, he checked it and was like, Dreamcast? Fuck that. And then stole some other shit. And like my brother probably would have wanted to mention was that they saw there's Nintendo games and there's Nintendo. They didn't take all that, but they made sure to take the expansion pack.
Why do you think they didn't take the Nintendo?
When they visited our house a week before, I told them we have the expansion pack. They said, "What is that?" And I said, "It makes it so the graphics of the games look better, and you play Donkey Kong 64 and Majora's Mask on the N64."
Good
He's
gift.
like, "Wow, that's cool. I don't have that." So when we saw that the Dreamcast was still there, the thing that Marcos didn't like,
Ripped open a little bit.
Yeah, I went straight to the N64. The N64 was still there. I opened the part where the expansion pack is. It was gone. I'm like, Marcos fucking took it. I'd also like to mention a year before that, I lost my Game Boy Color with one of my favorite games ever, Pokemon trading card game. I lost it at soccer practice.
You did?
Yes. You never knew that?
Oh, shit.
A year before that.
Bro,
And I asked Marcus, have you seen it? He said, I haven't seen it anywhere yet. Wait, I haven't seen it.
But you know what? You know what? There's one little silver lining to Marcus, okay? Because you know what?
Marcos.
At least Marcos.
The cat pulled
What
some
the fuck?
a bloody paper tissue from.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, it's probably no. It's not blood.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
oh,
So
shit. Okay.
the silver lining to Marcos is
Yes.
that at least he left y'all niggas the game pass.
Dreamcast?
The Dreamcast.
That's the game.
At least he left y'all the Dreamcast so y'all can have something for Christmas.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like he could have just took it and threw it out the fucking in the trash.
To be honest, all this stuff that he took, I didn't really care about. Like he took my mom's jewelry. I know that sounds fucked up. I don't give a damn about my mom's jewelry. Like, come on, can I play that? Can I wear that? Like, I guess I could wear it, but you know, whatever. No judgment.
Wait, how old were y'all?
Ah, damn. When did the Dreamcast come out? 2000?
99.
99?
Yep.
Shit, I'm 27 now.
That was
2020.
21 years
I'm not
ago.
trying to do math, and I'm an engineer. That was almost like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I was probably like around 8, 9, 7.
How?
So wait, this kid was
how
that
old
kid?
was he? Like,
Yeah.
Wait.
So Marcos was my brother's age.
So he was like 13 or
He's like
something.
11.
Oh, he was older because
Yeah, so he was like
So a
around like
13-year-old broke into your house.
Yeah, bro.
That makes a lot of sense.
real in the hood, bro.
It's
It's real.
Yo,
That's why.
We not play, bro.
That's why I asked, because I had to make sure, because I'm like, all right, no like grown man robbing your house would not take the Dreamcast because they were like, fuck Sega, bro. Only like a 13-year-old would care that much about like the rivalry of the consoles.
Yeah.
But yo, to be honest, in the end, not Dreamcast, but Christmas was all good because I still got to play Power Stone and Shenmue, and we almost beat Shenmue, and then my cousin beat it in my sleep, and then deleted all the saved data. So it's all good because that was his thing that he loved to do. So Christmas
God
was
damn.
great.
This sounds a little more traumatic than you're
Yeah.
putting it, man.
I remember you saying that you wish we could have found Marcos. I saw him in the street one day. But besides that,
Saw him in the street.
I saw him in the street one day.
I know that he tried to rob a house apparently in the future, and somebody was in the house because supposed to rob and no one's home, and he had a baseball bat, so he hit the person in the head with a baseball bat.
Damn.
And killed them.
He killed him.
Oh!
Yeah.
So I'm just happy he took the expansion pack instead of killing me.
Shit. Jesus.
That's it's kind of crazy if you think about if he was able to remember the time that he did visit us a couple days before he robbed us.
Wait, like,
It's
was he
technically
13 when he killed the person?
No.
Yes, he was 13.
yeah,
What?
it was pretty soon after. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
He tried to rob a house. The people were home. He saw him. He was like, "Oh shit!" Boom, and he killed him.
my.
He didn't mean to.
Holy
He didn't mean to do it. Apparently, he just tried to like hit him.
Bro, that's actually terrible.
So what's kind of crazy with that is if he showed that day that he did visit us, if let's say we took too long to like answer the doorbell, he would have broke in and then he would have got surprised by seeing us and maybe he would have killed us. And we wouldn't be here today in Rush Hour Smash and False when it exists.
Maybe. All right.
That would be sad. And that's on to the next topic we're going to talk about.
I think false was still
Yeah, what's the next topic?
We made that.
What's the next
All right,
topic?
well, if
bro?
we're going to be bringing up false, there is something that I've actually been curious about, and I see it in your Twitch chat a lot, and I see a lot of comments on YouTube about it, and we never really gave a clear answer because things were still kind of complicated. But, Keitaro, if you are willing to talk about it, I'm very interested in what really happened with Rush Hour Smash? Because I know me, for example, Cosmos, for example, like we grew up, like we were like 14, 15, watching Rush Hour Smash a lot, and like that was what I always watched when I would do
I'm
homework.
gonna point out that I never watched Rush Hour Smash for False. I always watched when Keitaro was on their solo. Anyway, continue.
Okay, anyway, still had the merch though. That went to False's pockets.
Yeah,
but
that's
anyway.
We're gonna get into that. I always like to try to avoid talking about it too in depth, but False still out there being a wild man and talking shit about us all. So I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just gonna be completely blunt. What happened? All my roommates have told me that I should separate False years beforehand, but I felt bad for him because I'm like, I don't know what he's gonna do without me. That's one, and I felt like we could work together. But over time, like, I don't know what it was with him. He started to change, and one issue I had is that whenever I go on stream with anybody in the house, he was the most hardest person to get on stream and the most annoying one to have. Like, he would jokingly talk shit to me, and I would jokingly talk shit to him. Then he would turn it into serious, like, degrading remarks, and it was annoying to have somebody say, like, rude shit like that. It would affect my mentality while playing. He was, like, trying to mentally fuck with my head. Like, not just joking. Like, I might joke and say, man, you fucking yellow piece of shit. Like, okay, you know, and he might say, you dark as tar. But then he'll say some super rude shit. Like, I don't want to say an example, but he'll say something that everybody in the house would be like, yo, why you let him say that to you? And most of the time, I wouldn't care because I always saw him as like a little chipmunk going, like, I wouldn't give a fuck. But on stream, it was annoying. So it got to a point where I was like, who do I want most on my stream? Maybe Tweet, maybe Cosmos. Who do I want least on my stream? False. And I'm like, I share a stream with False. So I said, we need to separate because we split the revenue directly, and I was doing most of the streaming, like let's say 80% of all the streaming work, and he was doing 20% at best, and it was usually whenever I forced him to come on the stream with me. And a lot of people were watching the stream, or most were watching, I'm just being honest, they were, and all my roommates know this, all my roommates agree with all this, that they're watching it mostly because of me, and it's like, why am I sharing half the revenue with him when he's not putting in like even 10% of effort? So I decided to split ways with him, and he was fine with it. He took the Twitch. That's why I had to make a new Twitch, and I took the YouTube. Luckily, I was able to bring my Twitch back up at 31,000 subs. The old Twitch had 41,000
followers.
You were caking.
I was saying, you're going to Facebook.
In the long run, the main reason I broke up with him is because he was really lazy, and you know, he would say he'd do things and he wouldn't do it. He'd say he'll be on stream at 4 p.m. He would go to sleep at 3 p.m. and he would do it 3 days in a row. So he'd miss 3 streams in a row. And it got to a point I was like, I'm just going to stream by myself. I streamed by myself. He's like, what the heck? Why did you tell me you're streaming? That's not fair. Like, what? Come on. You should only stream. Well, we can stream together. And I'm like, but we can never stream together. You're never ready. So again, like, I just couldn't work with him. And I said, honestly, I thought we'd both be better if we separated. And in the beginning, you know, he streamed 200 hours in his first month of being separate.
Why did you think that you guys would both do better? Like, why do you think he would do better without you?
Because he would be forced to fight for his money instead of having to rely on me.
You think that would be a more motivator for him, having to like fend for himself solely?
Yes, and he did in the beginning. But honestly, I didn't care that much about that. I just cared, I know that I would fight harder for my work if I was by myself, and I wouldn't have to rely on him, and I wouldn't have to live with him. That's one of the main reasons I moved to that second loft. So I don't know what he's doing. I don't care what he's doing, but I just know that things have gone really well for me after I decided to separate from him. And yeah, I absolutely don't regret it, and I should have listened to my roommates, especially Hakaru. I've lived with him for like 5 years, and he's been telling me since like year 1 that I should separate and end Rush Hour Smash, and I was stupid, and for reasons like that is why I was broke a year ago, you know, because of, you know...
Didn't have a foundation to like start making money, you know what I mean?
It's hard to work to make money when you know you have to share half of it with somebody.
He's really the reason why you're broke.
Huh?
Dude,
He was really the reason why you were broke.
Well, not the sole reason, but...
dude, you remember, dude, me and Keitaro had like a special moment. We had like a special broke moment where we were like, we were in the car.
Okay.
And like, didn't we like have to like dig for change and stuff? We had to like dig in the car.
We digged in the car, but we were first in the house.
We
looked at the
I searched my like gold couch for change.
Couches. We searched through the car. You know, you search through the car to get the change you want. We had to search through the house to get food for 12 p.m. Not thinking about what we're gonna eat at 6 p.m. Like, and he had like a bag for his lens, and he had like $10 in quarters.
Yeah.
And we used that to get food, and we're like, we're gonna figure out.
Dude, it's
tomorrow.
Like, it's like a little kid like trying to go to GameStop or whatever to get some used game. Like you're looking everywhere you possibly can. Like that is 2018. That's like 2018 in one sentence right there.
Yeah,
Just
but
broke as fuck.
one thing also is that for me, I like to be able to rely on myself. So that's why, like, when I stream, I always will tell my roommates, even though they're pretty reliable, I'll say, like, hey, I'm going to stream tonight at 2 a.m. If you want to be on it, you can. But I know I can work without them being on the stream. Mm-hmm. So, like, for example, like, I love Tweak and everything, but when I had Tweak on the stream, my viewership would be a lot higher. But I feel like I didn't get as many subs because a lot of people were there for Tweak, but not there for me. Mm-hmm. And then they wouldn't sub to my channel because they're there just to watch Tweak. Mm-hmm. And I wanted people to be there for me. So that's why I don't mind working alone if I have to. But if my roommates come in, it helps me out. Like, my stream's doing way better now when I'm alone than when I was streaming with, like, Tweak on a stream all the time. So, what was I going to say about that?
That's kind of how it is when I'm on your stream and stuff. You don't get as many subs or stuff when I'm on your stream because, like, you know, you're not as engaging with the
chat. Yeah. So that's like I do like to. I like to mix it up. I can't sit there and be on the stream by myself for a week.
Every day, yeah.
Yeah, but one of the issues that fuck.
All right, well,
I'm almost done. I'll say,
yeah, go ahead.
Like, I used to rely. I don't want to have to rely on people, and when I used to have to rely on False, he'd let me down like 95% of the time. Like, I'm not even joking. So it made it way easier that I wasn't with him. That I'd have somebody to let me down to say, damn, well, I guess I can't do this. So, you know, I'm saying that's when the moment he announced the Brawl Doc, I was like, you're not gonna do it. And
damn.
He tweeted
Yo,
it.
shout out to the Brawl Doc.
Yo, it's coming.
Yo,
it's
shout out to
coming.
the Brawl
2020?
I know it has wrapped.
Filming has officially wrapped, bro. Like, I know you guys, y'all, I know.
Filming wrapped 3 years ago.
We in the production phase for the past 3-4 years.
Yo,
It's coming.
Yo, niggas, if you donated, you want a t-shirt, nigga, that t-shirt is coming. It's officially, nigga, the t-shirt is officially coming. Bro.
It might not be the size by the time you get it.
The design has wrapped.
Is officially completed.
Y'all want to hear something funny? At the first loft, I by mistake deleted the Brawl Doc.
Wait, what?
I by mistake deleted the Brawl Doc.
Yo, it was
He
him.
lent me a hard drive, and I by mistake deleted it. So I had to spend 3 or 4 hours finding a program called Recuva just to get all of the Brawl Doc.
Oh, so you got it
and
back.
I did.
Okay.
Oh,
I
It took me like 4
I was about
hours.
to say,
Wait, how
hack
long-
is the reason the Brawl Doc never came out.
How long ago was that?
It was the first loft,
So 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
wow.
Damn, it's already been 4
It took
or
me
5
like it was
years.
really hard for me to get it. It took me like to find like a
You were going
crack.
Bro, how
panicky
stressed
version
were
of it.
you?
How
Dude,
stressed
I
was False?
He
Was he even stressed?
I think
He was like, I have an excuse.
I think
Yeah,
I told him
honestly,
2
that's-
hours into me looking for it or
Yeah,
something like
straight up.
that.
He said what?
I think I told him 2 hours into me looking
Oh,
for
damn,
it.
like you didn't tell him at first?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
was-
when you're like
'cause
a
I was
little
like,
kid,
oh,
you
shit.
break your mom's thing or whatever, you gotta tape it back together or something.
I think it was because I was trying to reformat like my SSD or something like that, and I by mistake reformatted his hard drive.
Holy shit.
Damn.
That, I would literally be fearful for my life. Like, you know, maybe not with the Brawl Doc, but if it was like, you know, like a Wolf combo video or something, I'd be like, oh shit, he might actually kill me.
You deleted the wolf combo
Yo, Colin, I can confidently say that's like one of the funniest things you ever did.
Wait, that actually happened?
Funniest things you
I would be
ever
doing
did.
it.
No,
That was funny. Okay.
Thank you.
But he probably would
Yeah.
care him a lot more.
Yeah, most likely.
But yeah, that's why I don't like to rely on people. And False is the most unreliable person I ever met in my life by an incredible amount.
Yo, my most vivid memory of him is just him sleep like. Like he just sleep like.
Yeah, that was just talking shit.
Yeah, now we're actually just hating. Now we're actually just hating.
I'm just saying, I think it would be better if he does his stuff his own way. Because if he wants to learn how to be able to make money and how to be able to survive, he needs to not have people to piggyback off of. And he, you know, used to piggyback off his parents, piggyback off of me, and honestly his ex. So at this point, he's not with his ex, he's not with me. I don't know what's happening. Like,
I don't know who he's fucking.
I just think it's better if he works by himself and he figures out a way to move forward by himself.
Oh.
He has to figure out a way to be an adult. So
Okay.
Alright, next topic.
Let's go on to the next topic. Okay, this is actually an interesting one. Kind of like a little bit of Smash news, something that broke this week that I think a lot of people have been talking about, something that's very interesting. That is the Thunder Gaming CEO, Christian Bishop.
Whoa! Yo,
I watched
show
that.
you something.
So
I have to show you something.
Technicals, if you guys don't know who Technicals is, he is a Technicals. Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know why that was hard for me to say.
Don't make him make a video on you.
Yeah, I won't be able to do
Right.
it.
Well, he made a great video. I will say, I thought the video was very, very good. Kind of going through and exposing a lot of very shady things about Thunder Gaming's owner and CEO Christian Bishop.
Which one? The co-CEO?
I don't think he's the owner. I think he's the CEO.
He's the CEO
gaming
of Thunder
division.
Gaming.
Yeah, the gaming division.
Not Thunder
Yeah.
Studios.
Yeah,
not Thunder Studios.
Thunder
Yeah,
Studios.
yeah,
Yeah, it's its own thing.
Question: the Jack light skin pretty nigga?
Yes.
He
agreed to me
He be
saying
working.
Gotcha.
I did not say anything.
Yeah, that nigga be working. He be working out.
He be working out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely do.
You
literally-
talk shit about him, he'll knock you out.
Yeah,
Beat your ass.
What you saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so if he said,
Pull up. He gonna say pull up.
I said something good about you. I said you a pretty light skinned nigga. And you light skinned. That's a compliment.
yeah, right. If Christian Bishop said, "Bro, what you trying to do?" I'm like, I actually don't know what I'm trying to do.
I'm actually not trying to do anything, actually.
I actually don't
Does
know.
anybody out there want to kind of explain? Because there's probably a lot of people that didn't see the video.
I actually didn't see this video, so I'm curious.
Okay,
Explain
all
to me
right.
too.
So
Yeah.
if someone wants to explain, if not, I can do it.
If one of y'all,
I would try to, but it's so much.
Yeah, there's-
That's
All right,
why.
all right,
That's
so-
why I was actually hoping someone else would do it.
All right, so I can basically explain it.
All right,
so
go ahead.
Basically, what Technical's videos was like, it was showing Christian Bishop's shady past, because he's basically the CEO of Thunder Gaming, and it showed that he was the CEO of, like, I think it was GG Media,
Yes.
Yeah.
something like that, and he basically got a lot of investor money by saying that he's gonna create this show called 5 Channel, was it, or something like that.
I don't remember the name.
Well, he basically was going to create some type of, like, gaming esports news show, and he basically, like, that's how he got investor money, was by saying that we're going to do this, and he kind of, like, gave him pictures and stuff like that. He like, basically
a lot
led
of
him
big
on.
promises to them.
Yeah, he, like, made a lot of big promises to get money from investors, and he never really, nothing was ever done with the show. And he basically, once he got all the money that he, wanted from them guys and things like that, he basically just said, all right, fuck you guys. And he just found the Thunder Gaming opportunity. So, like...
Not only did he not, contribute or, do what he was supposed to do or he said he was going to do, he never even got the business license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kept pushing it back.
Yeah, so, there was many responsibilities he had to do just to even make the company profitable for the people who invested. And he did absolutely none of those things. And then when people would call him out on it, and who are obviously frustrated, not only would he basically just ignore them, but a lot of times he would block them.
Yeah.
So they couldn't even reply to his things.
Yeah, and on top of that, he blocks people. If he blocks someone on Smash, on Twitter, they can't go to an event.
Yes, so that's another thing too.
Yeah,
and I think
he
that's...
blocked Charlie, and so Charlie's not. He can't go to it.
So
Thunder
Many
Gaming
people are
events.
actually banned from Thunder
banned
Gaming
from
events.
any gaming event.
Any gaming event?
Yeah.
Of his. Sorry.
Of his,
If you
yeah.
bring negativity or try to call him out, he'll ban you from everything that he works with. So you can't even bring negativity at all.
Yeah.
So one thing that's interesting is all right, Keitaro, this is kind of something I wanted to get your perspective on, because you've been around in Smash the longest out of any of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like throughout the years, there's been a lot of people that come into the scene and promise big things and act like they have a lot of money and things like that, make a bunch of big promises. Were you kind of skeptical of Thunder Gaming from the beginning, or did you think that maybe there was a chance that they were going to do the things they promised to do?
Dude, everybody has said that they are shady, and I feel like, honestly, a lot of it has come because they used to work with 2GG, and 2GG is seen in such high regard.
Yeah.
So when they broke apart from 2GG, it made it look like 2GG were the good guys, and something was up with Thunder. But it's weird because, they had tournaments with prize pots, and they gave the prize
They
pots.
did. That is true.
They sponsored
They gave me a
players.
check.
Huh?
Like they gave me a check. So they paid me at the tournament.
And did the check go through?
Yes, it went through.
So it's weird.
That is
he
true.
has had a shady past and potentially fucked people over in the past. But is he fucking over my friends? As of right now, he's helping out all of them.
Even MBD on Twitter said that even after the Tentacles videos, he was I don't understand it because everyone on the team's getting paid. No one's not having problems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a thing that you're going in on the dude, but he's not doing anything bad right now.
Well, let's be fair though. He's definitely okay. So the people on his payroll are obviously going to support him, right? But let's talk about some of the interesting things with people who are not so supportive, like our good friend Void. Had the big beef with him on Twitter. Basically, Thunder wanting to force people to retweet their...
it was a bot.
Yeah, it was a bot that you had to let have access to your account so that it could automatically retweet some of their tweets during the tournament
So it was
on your
just
account.
spam,
And it was literally spam. And that's another
They
problem.
were trash ass clips.
Oh my
too.
God, yeah.
They were tweeting clips that were terrible. Like it was Void SD.
Call me
in
Butter
tournament,
because
and
I'm
they had
on a
to
roll
retweet
here
it.
at Thunder Gaming 2, whatever. You remember that?
I remember that actually.
Yeah, that was really bad. So,
in my opinion, if you're in an argument with Void on Twitter,
You lose.
something
You
is going.
always-
You're doing
Yeah,
something
you're
wrong.
doing something
That's all I'm saying. If you're
Yes.
arguing with Void on Twitter,
dude, that was maybe like the
Something-
second or third time I've ever seen him on an
I've
argument on
never
Twitter.
seen him argue.
I was
And he was
at
pissed,
Void's
too.
house while he was
Oh,
arguing.
really?
Yeah,
Dude, he
he
seems
was
heated,
pissed.
yeah.
He
I've never
was
seen him
pissed.
mad like that, dude. That sounds scary, honestly.
I mean, my biggest thing with Thunder Gaming was like that. I felt like they had a bunch of money, but like they didn't do enough research on.
Yes.
They didn't do
100%.
enough research or they didn't apply it well enough because their graphics were weird,
Terrible.
when they first came in.
Not even just weird. The capture card on the screen was, dude, the video was at a size that is not even an actual, like, it's not 16 by 9, it's not nothing. It was like just weird and squished, and the layout didn't fit correctly, and the video itself of the game was like blue and green, like hues over top of it, like you weren't on the right channel trying to play the NES in 1983. Like,
Yeah.
I've never
At their
seen a
tournaments, they
worse
had-
stream.
At their tournaments, they had all third-party adapters.
Classic.
All
How are you gonna have a
third-party adapters.
$10,000 prize?
And then
like,
people
and
were
not
mad
first-party adapters?
after the first tournament that they did, and then they were like, all right, we'll make sure that we fix it for next one. Thunder Gaming Tournament 2, they still had all third-party adapters.
Yes.
Yeah, and like when like a company comes in with all this money and like they just mess up like simple things like that. It makes you feel like there's certain things that they don't care about. Like they don't actually
Yes.
care about
The
you
quality
having a
of
good
that.
experience. They care about whatever their end goal is.
Yeah,
Like
whatever their profits.
yeah, like we want to like just be a presence in the Smash community, but we don't care about actually being just
I feel like
taking
they
the time
wanted
to give an
I
authentic
feel like they wanted to
experience.
say that they had a tournament that had 300 people, so they can go to a sponsor and say, "Oh, we had 10,000 views on Twitch and shit like that."
Yeah.
Like that's
That's it.
I
Yeah.
heard their end goal was to get Smash on TV so that they could profit off of it. That's what I heard.
Which is fine. Like if you do
Yeah.
that, then so
Yeah.
be it. We're on
We still
TV.
do.
I mean, we
Yeah.
get blessed.
And the thing I feel about like like the players getting paid and stuff like obviously the big name players are getting paid, but I've heard that like what I was hearing was that the people that were writing like the articles or like even Alpharev, he edited one of the videos and didn't get paid, or that was the
Damn.
things that I was hearing.
Damn.
Like people that were editing the videos, like all the small name people that were doing
Right.
things like kind of behind the scenes were kind of like it was kind of shady. Kind of how they were getting paid, but like obviously, like if Mighty Keep don't get paid, I'm like, hey man, what's up? You
Well,
can't
here's-
do that.
Well,
Like,
here's one thing I want to say, Keitaro, is because like I'm kind of getting the vibe from you that like it's kind of like, all right, well they haven't really done anything too wrong to us, and they are trying to give us a lot.
yeah,
Here's my only worry about that is how many times have you heard about a scenario like where a big company comes in with big money and they actually do, like let's say they wanted to get Smash on TV, right? But the problem is when so much of the resources get put into one like company's tournaments or like one thing like that, and then it crashes and like it goes wrong because obviously their foundation for running tournaments was terrible. Like they didn't understand what the community wanted, they didn't understand how to execute properly, and it didn't seem like they really cared. And then that is the company that has all the draw and the resources.
This man is invested in his own fur.
Yeah, he's going at it right now. But that's a company with all the resources, all the power. And then if they crash and burn because they're probably doing something shady, they're probably, I don't know, ripping off investors or something, and then all that funding falls out, it can actually kill a game.
That would
And
suck.
that's how like esports in North America died for a long time in like the early 2000s. So we gotta be careful about that.
Well, it depends. Like if Thunder Gaming took over everything and then fucked up, then we could have an issue. But as of right now, they're just like a piece of all the things going on.
That's
And they're-
true.
Yeah.
And like, no offense, they're not one of the bigger pieces. Like they're not Genesis. They're not. Evo will be fucking shit up.
It's
And we
it's
exist.
honestly like a little impossible for them to be like one of the big pictures now with how much people don't like Thunder Game.
Yeah, they already pretty much
Like
fucked up.
when you're a tournament or like if you like come into the community and like day one people already don't like you, it's hard to like get your name like redeemed after that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I just think everything will be fine. Unless they get really big and then there's more proof of shadiness. And sure, like, it seems like the dude had some shady stuff in the past. But right now, I just know my friends are getting chopped up. So if my friends aren't getting chopped up, then I'm having a fantastic life. But if they start chopping up my friends, not paying my friends, then we have an issue. But I've seen many sponsors out there that did not pay my friends and they had to leave. Or they paid my friends, like, shit money. So, like, it's happened a lot of times. And those things are more of an issue than, Thunder Gaming, who's paying people properly and trying. Like, I'm cool with it, man. If they got green, black, blue, and purple on their stream, so be it. Like, my friends are getting paid. They're providing a service. Everything's fine, man. Keep it up. Just try not to fuck shit up, man.
All right, everybody. Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty with the camera, but we're all good now. We are back. So thank you, Keitaro, for your insight on the Thunder Gaming thing. I do definitely understand what you mean, and I think one of the cool things about Smash that makes it a much healthier esport than others is, like, there's not one central company that controls a league that, like, if that league crashes, the game crashes. Smash has always been so grassroots. We have our own foundation that allows us to, like, no matter what happens, we can always kind of, like, keep pushing. We'll be okay. But yeah, so I think it's time for us to transition into our next topic, and this is one I want to talk to you about.
Oh God.
And feel free to share as much as you want, as you're comfortable sharing. But so one thing people may not know about you is you actually lived at the Sky Williams house, and the Sky Williams house is very prominently known in the Smash community as a place where a lot of Smashers stayed. Like Void, Mewtwo King, Zero. So, like, I think it's Tyrant, Exax, K9, like a bunch of different Smash players that I'm sure you guys are familiar with. People know about Sky's house. People know a lot of crazy things. And you got to live there firsthand and experience a lot yourself. And now you're gone. You're out of the house.
Yeah, kind of.
Kinda. All right, so I'll just go ahead and let you take over. Tell us a little bit about your time at the Sky's mansion.
Yeah, that's a crazy story. I probably won't say too much, and we're actually filming like a documentary web series thing on it. We've been filming for the past 6 months.
Damn.
In and out in the house and like recording all kinds of stuff. And potentially we might go back, me and my friends might go back for a month or two to get interviews and more footage of things, because that house is ridiculous. It's literally one of a kind. I've never experienced anything like it, and I probably never will experience anything like that again. So pretty much I moved in there around April.
Okay.
When was it? 2 years ago when I met Sylvanas. I met Sylvanas at the mansion because of my brother. Mm-hmm. We filmed some skits and stuff like that. And then I became cool with Sky. Sky wanted me to move in and do work. I ended up going back to Jersey to work on some Korean music video stuff with some entertainment company. Mm-hmm. I decided to go back to Jersey instead of staying in LA. I was also like super broke, so I needed to go back. Then I ended up getting fucked over by the Korean entertainment company.
Damn.
Overall, we got fucked over like $20,000 worth.
Damn.
I was supposed to get at least $4,000 or $5,000, and they didn't pay shit. And they made me do a ton of work and a ton of revisions, and they stole my whole music video concept. And we shot it again in Korea a year and a half later.
Welcome to the music industry.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like that was a big blast, like a big welcome to the fucking industry. But 2 years later, I ended up going back to LA. I was shooting the Smash Cypher for Shofu. Mm-hmm. I did that, and then I needed a place to stay for a couple of days. My brother set me up at Sky's mansion. Said you can go visit there and just chill for a couple of days. I was like, cool. First thing I do when I get to Sky's mansion, immediately I see Sky at the pool table. He's playing some crazy ass card game that takes up the whole pool table, and it uses two TV screens. I don't know what the hell he's playing.
Damn.
At the time, I don't know what the hell he's playing. Like, he was drunk, he was fucked up. He was playing with our homie Sam. Well, I wasn't friends with Sam back then, but now I am, whatever. And immediately I started pressing Sky. I'm like, so what have you been up to? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel doing? Like, just like kind of like trying to dig in or whatever.
If you guys don't know, I guess we should say this real quick. If you don't know who Sky Williams is, there is a chance of that. Very successful YouTuber over the years, especially, a few years ago. He was very big in League of Legends, doing a lot of content with that, like making a lot of collabs with like Donkey, if you guys know video game Donkey and stuff like that. Leah, yeah. So Sky was definitely a very prominent figure, and also a prominent figure in the Smash community. He was a Smash player for a long time, a competitive player, before he ever like really blew up or anything. Commentated Genesis 3. An infamous commentary block, to say the least. But yeah, so that's some quick recap on who Sky is, but continue.
Yeah, pretty legendary guy on YouTube, and I think even had articles on, was it CNN, with the whole Robin Williams thing, whatever. He's done He did stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
When he first moved to LA, he has a video that has like 600,000 views of him doing stand-up comedy. All that nonsense. So immediately I start pressing him when I get into the mansion, and he's kind of blowing me off as usual, whatever. But then Tyrant, Eric, used to be a prominent Brawl player.
Yeah.
Right? In Smash.
And Smash 4 too.
In Smash 4 as well, right? Cool. He immediately sees what's going on in him. I love Eric.
Yeah. If you guys know Tyrant, yeah.
Snake, whatever, but super intelligent, super intellectual dude, whatever. But always has some crazy ulterior motives. I hope you're watching this. You're fucking crazy. He brings me outside. He's like, I see what you're trying to do. He's like, you're trying to work with Sky Williams, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, this is what you need to do because I'm gonna make it work. And like, whatever. He says all this crazy shit. You know how he fucking speaks or whatever. And then he kind of sets me up throughout the next couple days. He finally gets to a point where me and Sky are able to have a proper conversation about working together. So then he lets me stay there for the week and a half. We talk about all the content we're gonna make, and I'm like, cool. And then we end up not making anything, but I'm like, all good. Like, I'm about to leave, and I'm going to Korea for a month. While I'm in Korea, he talks about all these plans we're gonna do. I come back from Korea, and then I stay at the mansion for another 2 weeks and a half. We spend long nights till 6, 7, 8 a.m. in the morning talking about what kind of concept we're gonna make.
And were you excited about that too? Like,
I was excited in the beginning.
Yeah.
I knew he was never gonna do anything.
My brother told me from the very, very beginning that look, like, you can live there, whatever, but just don't expect anything. And I was like, yeah, we gonna make content. He said, you gonna hook me up with Pokemon or something like that, whatever. And my brother was like, I don't know, man. Like, he's like, just don't expect anything. I was like, yeah, like, whatever. And I was kind of hopeful. I was like, Sky's dope. I remember I met him 6 years ago, back when he was doing stuff. So then I came back to the mansion. We talked about making content, and then he's like, all right, come to my room. I come to his room around like 11 p.m. We talk about the content we're gonna make this, and I'm like, cool. All right, you ready to film? So hold on, I'm gonna get some drinks real quick. Next thing you know, 6 a.m. He's fucked up. He's like, yo, Anthony, we gonna make this content, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna fucking win, and blah blah. And Kalani's gonna see, and Seth Rogen, and all this nonsense, and the Netflix deal on YouTube Red, and hyping me up and this shit. And I'm like, yeah, man, cool. Like, let's film tomorrow. So then he goes to sleep. Every day he goes to sleep around 8, 9, or 10 a.m., sometimes 11, I don't fucking know.
True
And then
gamer.
he wakes up at 8 p.m. Where there's always a certain point throughout the day, he'll wake up at like 2 o'clock for 20 minutes. He'll check his phone, maybe send a random message, say some nonsense, whatever, and go stupid shit, and then he goes to sleep.
Alright, well that'll be bleeped, but don't worry. That will be super bleeped.
You guys
don't eat Cheetos on the thing with the bag crunching, please.
Let me fast forward a little bit. So pretty much every night for those 2 weeks, we talk about making content, and then we just end up never making it. Yeah. And then I end up going back to Korea again for 2 weeks. While I'm in Korea, he's hitting me up like, yo, we're gonna do this. And then I come back, and then this is where the biggest issue comes. So when I come back, the biggest issue now is, we have like 3 weeks. I'm back for like 3 weeks now. We have time to film. But then he has to pay rent. Rent is due. And whenever rent is due, I'm like, when's rent due? In a week and a half from now. So I'm like, so can we make content in the meantime? He's like, no, I can't think. I can't do anything until we pay rent. I'm like, fuck. So then for the next week and a half, he spends a week and a half looking or trying to make rent money in whatever ways, which I don't really want to reveal right now how we pay rent. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Right now.
Watch the documentary.
Watch the documentary.
Watch the documentary.
The Sky Williams Mansion documentary coming
You guys
out.
think the Loft is crazy?
Dude, I want to see that more than the fucking Brawl Doc.
Yes, 100%.
I don't give a fuck about the Brawl Doc, nigga.
Fuck the Brawl Doc.
I want the Brawl Doc.
We're going to get the false documentary too. But pretty much.
Stay tuned.
Pretty much for the next few months, it's just like us saying we're going to make content and then we're going to film stuff, and I'm trying to like force him for hours, and then he gets drunk. Next thing you know, he's screaming at Tyrant. Tyrant wants to leave the mansion. All kinds of nonsense. People yelling, dropping coke all over the floor. The place is dirty. The place is super fucked up.
Yeah, I always heard that. The one thing I always heard about that house was that it was dirty as shit all the time.
So there's one time. This is ridiculous. Let me tell you this story real quick. So there's one time I'm trying to get Sky to film, and I'm in his room, and it's like 1 a.m. and he's like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go out to the gazebo, talk to Eric for like 10 minutes. I'll be right back.
This motherfucker had a gazebo.
I go to sleep. I wake up. It's like 6, 7 a.m. I hear yelling, fuck you. No, fuck. Like just like screaming, like him and Keitaro yelling at each other. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I come to the rec room or whatever. I'm in the rec room, and then Tyrant and Sky, they're all like yelling at each other, whatever. And then like Sky gets super pissed and starts to walk away. And then I think he like knocks over a cup or something. And then Tyrant's like, hey, you mind picking up that cup, you know, we talked about keeping the rec room clean, so I just want to make sure we do that. Like, oh yeah? You want me to clean the rec room? Just like how you paid Zenith $15 to clean the rec room? And Eric is like, oh, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, I'll show you. You know, we get this clean. Picks up a Coke bottle and spills it all over the fucking floor. Yeah, keep it fucking clean. Like that. I'm like, oh my god, like, yo, this guy is ridiculous. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. And Eric is just sitting there, his like,
shit.
what the fuck? And then Sky goes to his room crying, whatever the hell, goes into pops his pills, goes to sleep. Pops his pills, whatever. And then an hour later, I'm chilling. And then I see Karina. She comes and says, Karina, skinny white girl, all she does is stream, drink Coke, and smoke cigarettes. She doesn't even eat. I don't know what she eats. She comes out of her room. She don't live in the rec room anymore. She lives in the garage.
Who lives at this house, dude?
Yo, it's crazy, bro. Like, it sounds like I'm spilling
What
beans.
did you
I'm
go
telling
through?
you, there was a story every night. A new, crazy, dramatic story every night. This is nothing. This is like 0.5% of what happened because I was there for 6 months. So do you think about do the math? This is one night.
I am
Every night.
reacting to this documentary on my stream, on my YouTube.
Please.
I am watching this shit. I want the premiere.
It's gonna be wild.
I want tickets for it in theater.
This is gonna be wild, but I'm gonna try to fast forward a little more. So what's it called? Karina comes upstairs, she got her headphones. I'm like, what you doing? And then she has napkins and she's like wiping for her. Oh, Sky told me to clean the rec room. And I'm like, yo, like, I didn't say anything. In my mind, I'm like, you're not gonna be able to clean sticky ass Coke on like hardwood floor with napkins. You need some Lysol, wipe it down. So she wipes it for like 5 minutes and then she goes back downstairs like she did a good fucking job. And I'm like, great. So I'm like, cool. So then that happens. The rent thing, we end up paying rent like a week and a half late, however much rent is. I'm not gonna talk about that number or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, he's saying once we get the rent paid, we wouldn't. We're gonna make content. We get rent paid, we wouldn't. And then we get rent paid, and then next thing you know, I'm already ready to make content. We owe rent in 2 weeks. I can't think until I pay rent. I'm like, yo, you're always gonna owe rent. You're always gonna have to pay rent. Always. So like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Like, it's like you pay rent January 1st, and you're like, oh, I can't make content because I owe rent February 1st now. Like, you're always gonna owe rent. You're always gonna owe a lot of money while you're living at this mansion. So what do you want to do? So at this point, I'm frustrated. I'm like trying to fight this dude to make rent. All this nonsense, whatever. It's been already like 3 months. Finally make content, this and that. After three months, he's like, yo, man, we need like a film crew. Before, he's like, I always wanted a filmmaker. So I was that guy. He's like, Anthony, you're everything I needed in my life. Great. Make no content. I need a film crew now. I was like, yo, my boys from New Jersey, they're driving over to LA. They need a place to stay. They're just literally driving cross country, shooting a music video while they're at it. They're productive. Right? They got sound engineers, actors, fucking filmmakers, whatever it is. So I'm like, yo, they're coming cross country. They're coming through. He's like, yo, bring them to the mansion. If they're dope, move them in. So they come through to the mansion and shit, and it almost looked like a skit. Like they come in, I'm like, yo, Tito, yo, Jean, what's up? I'm like, Tito's like, yo, I was just working on this music video. Jean's like, yo, I just made this new song. Keith is like, yo, I'm making this new beat, or whatever. We're like chopping it up, really chopping it up because I haven't seen them in months.
Yeah.
But Sky kind of took it as, yo, you like, are they putting on an act to kind of impress me, or whatever? But whatever. That happens. They end up all moving in. I move all my niggas, like 6 of them. So now the mansion went from like 14. So if you do the math, 14 plus 6, that's 20. It's been a while. Gotta hit Kumon every once in a while. So now we have 20 people living in this big ass mansion or whatever. And then the same thing. Every month, just, you know, content, making no content, whatever. Finally get the ultimate rent paid after the 4th month. We think we're good. Next thing you know, we get hit. The electricity bill is due of a lot of money. And now we gotta, pay for electricity. Or we gotta make sure electricity doesn't get cut off. So we can't make content. Every day was a new excuse. Then last story, whatever that I want to add on is another story about the mansion being dirty. Was there was one day, so the whole Zenith thing happened where Tyrant paid Zenith $15 to pay to clean the rec room. And Sky found out about it because Zenith came back with some chips and some Arizona. Yeah, I got some chips, Arizonas. Sky's like, how'd you get that? Because Sky knows Zenith ain't doing shit with his life. So,
how do you get questioned for buying Arizona? How do you get questioned for buying Arizona chips? How did you ever afford Arizona and chips, my man?
If you knew him, and you
he got that $15 and he went straight to the convenience store to get Arizona.
I got $15 now, bro. Buy the world. Arizona and chips.
Arizona chips, honey buns, whatever the hell it is that black people from the hood are addicted to. He ain't gonna live too long, but he might live longer than some. But anyway, for whatever reason. So and then Sky gives him that question. Whatever. Oh, Tyron told me I could clean the room for $15, so I cleaned it. Oh God, Arizona's, I'm thirsty. Whatever the fuck. So then that's when that whole argument happened, and the Sky pours the soda all over the floor. So then there's this new rule now. Actually, I'll tell you when this rule comes in. So our homie Lido has a party. It's his birthday. He throws a big ass party, whatever. It's all cool. I'm trying to get laid by this one chick over there, whatever. I got nowhere to get laid because this is a pool table. I got no bed, whatever. I'm like looking around, just chatting her up on the pool table, and I'm like, damn man, I really trying to get in, but there's nowhere to go. Whatever, all that nonsense. I'm like, cool, but that's besides the point. To get more on topic. In the morning around like 8, 9 a.m., all the homies wake up that took all my beanbag beds or whatever, all Lido's friends, they wake up, Lido wakes up and he's cleaning the rec room. This guy comes, well, why are you cleaning the rec room? And Lido's like, well, I threw the party, it's my birthday, and I just wanted to do a good deed and keep it clean since, my friends messed it up.
It's very honorable.
Yeah, very honorable. Mm-hmm. Very. This guy's like, no, we have a new rule now. No one can clean the mansion except for people that live here. And then Lido's like, nah, but I really, he's like, no. Nope, put the bags, grabs the bags, throws the garbage bags on the floor. Stop. So since then, no one cleans the rec room for 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
3 weeks later.
And y'all are partying.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, Sky, what's it called? So what's it called? 3 weeks later, Sky comes to the rec room, checks it out, all cool, whatever. They drink and have fun, this and that. Leaves, comes back 5 minutes later. Says the carpet is moving.
The carpet is moving?
Yeah, in the rec room. I'm like, huh? Looks closely. 300 to 400 maggots crawling all over the carpets, bro. Like it came from thin air, bro. Like it just flew in from the sky all throughout that shit.
Oh my God.
Granted, this before even the maggots came, we had ant trails, and the ant trails are bad. And I brought this really hot chick over, and like she wanted to use the bathroom, and like the ant trail goes from the garbage bags behind the bar around the corner into the bathroom. And she's like, I want to use the bathroom. I'm like, yo, we don't really got a bathroom. And she's like, what do you mean you have a mansion? I'm like, you want to use the bathroom? I'm like, all right, give me 1 second. So then I talked to my homie Sam. Sam, he got his hot girlfriend in there. You let her know she hot. It's all good. She know what it is, Leslie. What's up? And they go in the bathroom. What's going on? I go to him when I'm like, yo, can this girl, like, she's really hot. She needs to use the bathroom. She's really hot. And, like, I promise she's going to be hot when she uses the bathroom. You mind if she uses the bathroom? Or whatever. And I'm like, I can't let a hot girl use a nasty bathroom with ants going into the bathroom.
That's a vibe
like,
kill right there.
Yeah, super vibe kill.
Girls
whatever.
care about the cleanliness of the bathroom they use, too.
Especially if there's ants going inside of them, which is pretty
next
rare.
level. Yeah.
Exactly. So he lets you use the bathroom. I'm telling you, the bathroom is so bad. It's like this. Like I go to use the bathroom, I have to walk around and I have to walk over the ants like this and step over because I'm telling you, it's trails of like 30, 40 ants like walking in line and shit and whatever. And I knew I stepped on at least 5, but at least I didn't step on 30. You know what I mean? Every time I go in the bathroom, I'm pretty sure I killed multiple ants, and I feel bad about ants' lives and endangered.
Ants' lives matter.
But ants' lives do matter. Honestly, there's too many ants out there. They're not even endangered. They're far from it. But shout out to the zebras and the kangaroos
panda
and
bears.
What is it? The giraffes. The giraffes are extinct.
Silverback gorillas.
Silverback gorillas too. They dying. Like everybody dying. Humans is dying too. Niggas is dying out here too. But pretty much we had that ant infestation. Then we had another one by the door, and then I found out we had a third one on the pool table. And I found out from all this nonsense, one of the most scientific things I've ever learned is that ants love liquor. They love sweet shit. And we always have liquor all over the place, so ants be crawling, drinking the liquor, and getting fucked up. They partying more than us, to be honest, man. They like Fireball, Henny, and fucking...
So what you're saying is they fit in at the Sky's mansion.
They really do.
Yeah, they became roommates.
They became roommates. They party harder than us, because they was drinking every day. So we had 300 to 400 maggots, 3 ant trails, all this nonsense or whatever. I leave for like 2 days. I'm like, I'm not about this shit.
Yeah.
They clean that up. When I come back, the whole place is just like pristine and clean and all that nonsense.
I bet that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
For the first time in 4 months or whatever. So then the next month after that, we're going to make content. Next thing you know, we lose half the mansion. So now we're all 20 motherfuckers are squished into half the mansion
half the mansion?
We couldn't afford rent.
So they instead of kicking you out, they just were like, all right, pay for the half that you can afford?
Well, no one really pays rent. But that's a whole nother story for another day.
So you lost half the mansion. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, we lost half the mansion.
What happened to the other half?
Yeah, where other people moved in?
Oh, you know what's crazy, yo? So we made an agreement with the landlord that, like, we can't pay the full rent, so we need to live in half the mansion or whatever. And if we live in half the mansion, he said, "Oh, we'll let you pay half the rent." And this guy's super clever. He's like, "No, we shouldn't pay half the rent. We should pay like a quarter of the rent or something like that." He's like, "You can take away the water slides." We lost the water slides. Our last night with the water slides was incredible though, because they finally cleaned the pool, and then me and all my boys were going in the water slides. We felt like we were 5-year-olds at like Six Flags. Or whatever.
That sounds incredible.
It was truly, truly incredible. Yeah. We had our water slides. It was cool. Then after that, the next morning, I kid you not, we come into the hallway. There's a hallway that leads up the stairs to go into the rec room. We come into the hallway, and then we see this Mexican dude, literally Mexican, I'm not trying to be racist, and he's literally slamming on a piece of like plywood. He's literally building a wall so that we can't go from the hallway into the rec room. Like, it was that serious. We don't have access anymore.
At that point, you think they would just kick you out.
Exactly, no.
But, okay.
They put us in half the mansion. They said they're going to rent out the other spot for months. There's still no one moved into the other spot. Okay. I don't know what they're doing over there. Everything is sketch at that mansion. Whatever.
Imagine being like a family who moves into that other half of the mansion.
Which wouldn't even... How could a family live with us? It's impossible.
That's why I'm saying this makes no sense.
On top of a fucking mountain, bro.
Yes, on top of a mountain. With 2 water slides. Not
you
one,
see
not
old
3,
kids
2.
out there with water slides. Meanwhile, someone's getting punched in the face or something on the other side.
Legit. So finally, rent is that much or whatever. Oh, cool, good. Next thing you know, we go to shoot a music video, like not Sky related things, because we don't do projects with them, even though we're supposed to. Shoot a music video. I get a text from someone. Yo, the electricity got cut off. I'm like, oh,
damn,
my God. Like,
which is obviously essential in that house.
Yes. Can't do anything now.
Right.
Yeah. So after a week of electricity being off, me and my boys had to move out. And we got an Airbnb, and we learned to appreciate the simpler things in life. Well, we got stairs. We have showers that are clean, that don't have black mold. No maggots.
Yeah.
Damn, we got a nice kitchen. We got walls, and we got fresh air. It was insane. It was beautiful. And now I appreciate life much differently. So I'm glad I spent that time at Sky's Mansion.
It was a build character experience, huh?
Yeah.
That's low-key how I felt like the last week living at the old loft.
Yeah.
It was fucking terrible. There was trash everywhere. There was flies.
The flies.
Like, fruit flies everywhere. There was spiders
God.
and like every single bathroom.
Dude, oh my God.
I used to shower with spiders, bro. I got used to it.
The bathroom, I will never, ever forget that KFC cup that sat on the counter of that bathroom next to the soy sauce container
I got
for like 3 months.
Dude, when me and Keitaro went back to get stuff, nigga, it was a Lunchables on the fucking in the bathroom by the sink.
Yeah, no one ate it?
Someone was...
Nigga, it was just it was trash.
What kind of Lunchables?
Somebody in that house...
was it the
ham
the
and
burrito
crackers,
one?
Ham and crackers and cheese.
Oh, yeah, that's probably false that got it.
But I'm just saying, like, what scenario leads you to eat Lunchables in the bathroom? Like, what? How?
Yo, I want to shower and I'm hungry.
That's the last joke I'll make, I swear. But, he had to save some time so he could work harder on the Brawl Dog.
Yeah,
that Brawl Dog comes 2029, you already know.
All right,
that's one bullet. All right.
But pretty much Sky's Mansion was insane. We're still thinking about going back to finish the web series. One of my boys almost got into a fight with one of the kids and put someone off the cliff. I've screamed at Sky before. Everything has happened. That was only 5%. So if you already think that's entertaining, I want you to stay tuned. This is a promo right now.
Yeah, this is a promo. I am very excited for the Sky Williams House documentary to premiere. Thank you so much, Anthony, for taking us through and giving us a look through your eyes. I think that was a very enlightening story.
You're welcome.
So I think for our final topic, as we go to wrap up the podcast, it's very similar to how we're wrapping up the year. All right, going into a new decade, 2020. I would like it if everybody or anyone who can think of something would really talk about kind of like something they learned in 2019 or like something that happened, kind of wrap up their year, and then also give maybe like a resolution going into 2020, something that the fans of the Loft guys can look forward to going into the new year.
I'll start. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You forgot to talk about your Christmas, so you should go first. Not talk about the Christmas, but talk about your New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cut you off.
So this year, you know what I mean? I got to 700 subs. I kept 500 subs for 3 months. I've been averaging 300 to 500 subs, which is really dope.
Yeah.
I got put on, a team to coach. Finally after a billion years.
Professional coach.
You know what I'm saying? And then my YouTube is almost at 10K.
Okay. Growing that.
Everything's doing good. I lost more weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Lost, like,
you
20, 30 pounds.
you do look great, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like every time I see an old video of you and like,
Oh god.
dude, you like I feel like I lost a lot of weight and I look different, but you look like a completely different human being
Dude,
in
you
every
were
single
born
way.
differently.
I know, dude. Oh my god! I saw my parents, man. They thought I was sick. Like,
That's how it is whenever I go home too.
Yeah.
My grandma always be like, "You need to gain weight. Like your face looks empty or something."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, well."
I didn't even notice, dude. Because
Take
like,
that as a compliment.
I see my dad in like 6 months. He's like, "Oh, you lost like a lot of weight. Like, you okay?" I'm like, "I didn't lose that much weight."
Yeah.
But then I realized I lost like 15, like 12 like pounds or something. So I'm like, okay, I guess it makes that much of a difference.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize that.
For sure, because your habits just change. Your day-to-day habits change. Your like the amount of food you can intake and be full changes and stuff like that. It's just once you like make that first big step towards losing weight, it really like gets a lot easier once you get through that first like few months.
Yeah,
but that few months is hell.
Yeah.
But if you can get through it, you can make a big change in your life.
Yeah, dude.
And both of us can attest to it is extremely worth it.
Yes, it's super
Extreme.
omega. Super duper.
Extremely worth it.
Yes.
Yes, being overweight, it's like feels like you're in prison. You can't. Everything that you do is affected by it. It's harder to sleep. It's harder to move.
Harder to run.
Harder to
exercise.
Harder to like feel confident in yourself. Socialize with people. Like
The only thing I remember about like you like explaining about being fat, like whenever you like start to lose weight and then you like finally see like the bottom part of your seatbelt whenever you're like in a car.
Yeah, dude, that was a big moment for me.
I never noticed that was a problem for fat people.
Dude, if like what? Yeah, man. Like you're in the car, I'll never forget.
I never thought about that.
Dude, it's a bunch of things you don't think about,
Yeah,
man.
dude,
It really
it's
is. Like all these little things. Like my biggest one, like personally, is clothes. Like buying clothes,
Yeah.
getting clothes was hell, dude. Like going with my mom to a store and then trying on 10 different shirts. Guess what? None of them fit right. They look terrible. You know, my man tits are showing or whatever, right? That's why I like. That's why overweight
I know
people.
exactly how you feel, man. I saw a picture of the old Loft, and like I had like a huge belly, and my titties like were on top of it, and like now I don't have titties. It's like perfect. You know what I mean? Like
Bro.
I never had like the bone right here. I never felt like the collarbone.
collarbone, yeah.
I never felt that before ever, dude.
A collarbone, oh yeah, that's the new one.
Yeah. Like, dude,
Figuring out the human anatomy when you walk.
I'm not even joking, bro. Like, I'll never forget the first time I felt my collarbone. I was like looking in the mirror, like, damn, yeah, that shit popping. Yeah, like,
damn, yo, hold up.
no, yeah,
So
man.
it look like that, but yeah.
So if anyone is looking to take the weight loss journey, definitely consider, maybe coming to me and Hacks, like
Yeah,
Twitch
just-
chat or
yeah,
something,
just-
ask some questions. We're always
tweet at
willing
us, you know
to
what I mean?
share.
You'll be able to see your collarbone. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yes, it is.
You'll be
crazy.
able to wear a seatbelt comfortably.
Yeah, for
That
real.
too.
Bro,
Safety
the
first.
seatbelt is a big thing. I'm not gonna lie. There's a reason, like a lot of fat people don't even wear seatbelts in the car because it's so uncomfortable. Or you have to get a new one where
Yeah,
it's
'cause-
bigger and like extends
Yeah,
more.
because if we get hit, we won't die. You know?
I feel like I ever got to the point where like,
Yeah.
I had to buy a seatbelt.
Like, it's
put in
time
the
to make
car.
a
I'm like,
change.
all right, I can't be doing this. Dude.
Dude,
I gotta do something with my life.
Dude, there's a point when you're like really overweight that you really feel like it is impossible to ever change, and you don't see yourself ever being able to change, and you don't feel confident in your ability to make a change. And like, I'll tell you guys right now, like if you feel like your life isn't in a great place and you're overweight and you're not happy about it, definitely like just making that one big change in your life, it inspires a lot of other changes too, and it just builds your character as a person. You're able to have more discipline. You're able to just like have that freedom to really like do whatever you want and not feel like you just hate yourself so you don't want to do anything and stuff like that.
It's also crazy too because
it's a
a
very
lot
real
of people
thing.
have this problem that they want to lose weight and they just try to go as hard as they possibly can immediately. And you don't have to go through that. You can literally just like little by little just count calories.
That's what I did, but I
Yeah,
also like
exactly.
failed like the first 3 times I
Dude,
tried to
I
lose
failed
weight.
mad times.
Many times,
Yes.
yeah.
I remember I tried to do like what was it the gluttonous diet? What is it called again?
Keto.
No, I
diet.
tried keto for like 10 days, but that was very recent.
Gluten-free diet.
I tried a gluten-free diet before. Spent like $200 for a week's worth of like food.
Oh,
it was not worth it, dude.
Yep, that's how
Oh
it is
my
too.
God.
And back when I did keto, there was no keto products on store shelves. Like now you go to Walmart and there's like keto pH, like all this shit. No, I was putting butter in my coffee. I was putting coconut oil, MCT oil extract, and all this shit like
You was trying
to get fat in your diet. So like basically, in order to skip a meal during the day, I would have coffee that had a ton of fat in it. And that way it would be like a meal replacement because I found it really hard to eat 3 meals a day.
Because you can't intake carbs.
Yeah, you can't have any carbs. So like
It's just fat and protein.
basically meat, nuts, that's the only stuff you can really eat.
Meat and nuts.
These
That-
nuts.
Yeah, meat and nuts.
What was
That's
wrong?
why.
Why couldn't you eat meat and nuts? Like,
What?
Dude,
He
the
couldn't
keto
eat
diet,
meats
there's
and-
no
he-
carbs,
he-
no rice, no
wait, so
bread,
you
no
couldn't eat meat and
potatoes.
nuts?
No,
No,
you
you
could.
can
That's like the
only
only
could.
thing you
No,
could.
no,
So
meat
why
and
you did
diet.
the coffee thing?
The coffee thing is because it's hard for you to get enough calories when you don't have that many options for food. And so it's like, in order to have enough calories, because you need calories for energy or else you're just going to waste away. And then like, in order to have enough fat, because you're supposed to hit your macros, where you're like, basically you need to have a certain amount of fat in your diet every day, gram wise. And it was extremely hard to do because it's hard to find food that's high in fat. So like, the coffee was basically just a way to like, all right, here's an entire meal, 50 grams of fat right at the beginning of the day. Then it's like so much easier to like live. And getting to that lunch point too, because I was also doing intermittent fasting, so I was only eating between 12 and 3. And so in order to survive, it was very necessary.
Wait,
Bro, what the
12
heck?
So like
Man,
12
how many hours
p.m.,
you
like
work?
noon to 3 p.m. That was the only time during
Kind
the
of
day.
intermittent fasting was
Wow, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's
You
only
like
8
that's
hours.
not
Intermittent
yourself.
fasting.
Yeah, that's just your
Starving.
death.
You know what? It worked.
What
It
the
worked. All
fuck?
right, he looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Now he's colonies.
Don't eat.
Jesus Christ.
So, all right, no, you can eat. And like there's healthy ways to do this, of course. It's like,
Vanguard.
'cause I did-
if you've never done this, then it sounds bad, but like trust me, like there's very healthy ways to do this, and fasting is actually very good for your body in a lot of ways. And it's basically the idea behind it is your insulin is what stores things in your body as fat. The less you eat throughout the entire day, the less your body produces insulin, so it's storing fat less. And so if you eat enough food within that like 5-hour window, then you can be satiated through the day, hit your macros, and then also not be producing insulin all day.
You were doing like a 3-hour window.
You're doing 3, dude. I did 8.
Yeah,
It was
that's
four.
8 hours is
8
the
hours.
intermittent
That's-
fasting.
I lost, like,
rule
30
from
Some
what I
people
heard.
do it in
Alone
one.
from
I know people
How?
have done it for 1 hour.
Will they just eat a shit ton of food?
Yeah, it's like
within
just eat like a 2,000 calorie meal.
So I did today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you actually can do it. You'd actually be surprised how well you can do
That's
that.
why.
But, yeah.
That's why I was like, I'm not eating anything else today. I'm like,
And when you
that's
eat
fucked
things
up.
high in fat, it's very easy they satiate your body much more. So it's a lot easier to feel full. That's something a lot of people do keto. They like realize is like you'll eat an entire meal sometimes and not even feel full because all you ate was carbs and sugar. But if you eat fat, it's very like takes your body a while to process it. You feel full and you're not really that hungry. So yeah, that's my little keto speech. But what's a goal you got going into 2020?
I want 1,000 subs on Twitch. I want at least 100K on YouTube,
Okay.
and then I want my Instagram to have 10K, and I want to like keep working as a coach for 2020, like on a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to professionally coach. I enjoy it a lot more. I know I'm good at the game. Like I finally am confident in my play.
For sure.
But I 100% enjoy a lot more coaching. It's just something I enjoy. So that's like my goals. You know what I mean?
That's dope. I think that's good, man. I think you're on a good trajectory. No one has put in more like consistent work in like streaming. I mean, shit, dude. There's probably few streamers on Twitch that
Except
have
maybe
streamed.
Nairo. Maybe Nairo.
Well, Nairo.
Maybe Nairo.
But Nairo also had like so much success that it's
Yeah.
like it's easier to
Yeah.
keep going. But like you
But,
really
like, even
pushed and
then-
grown like organically.
Even
so.
then, like, maybe.
Even then, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even then.
Actually, though, yeah, for sure. Shout out to Nairo. But yeah, that's very good, man. I think honestly, 2020 is gonna be a great year for you.
Yeah, I agree.
I really
I
think it's gonna be a
doubled
great year
everything.
for everybody.
Yeah.
I think we're all in a great mindset. But I guess I'll go next. So 2019 was a very interesting year for me. It's really the year where like I know it sounds corny, but a lot of my dreams kind of started to like come to fruition. Like I graduated high school. I was out of high school. Ultimate came out. When I was a kid, all I ever wanted to do was be a professional gamer. I wanted to live in a gaming house, and I wanted to be like a streamer and a YouTuber. So like that's been something I've been focused on for a long time. And now it's like I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I have the time, I have the like energy, I have the roommates, the potential for collaboration, like support, all that. I think it's all really clicking. And 2019 was a year where a lot of things came together for me. 2018 was like the worst year of my life, 100%. It was like the lowest point I've ever been to. And then 2019 came through and was like, here's Ultimate, a new Smash game. Like, thank you. It's like, all right, we're moving and we want you to come with us to the new Loft. I'm like, yes, thank you. And then like started streaming and my stream is just doing really good. I got sponsored. Shout out to Vanguard, my new team. And yeah, man, I think 2020 is going to be the year for me where I just like continue to grow as a person and learn how to be a better better at everything that I want to do and become a harder worker and just really keep pushing and try to make the dreams come true. So
That's dope. Congrats, bro.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
I personally don't really do like New Year's resolutions because that just puts pressure on me.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna just do what I usually gotta do. Just work hard.
Yeah.
Just fucking stream. Just practice. I'm getting into drawing, so I'm working on that, and just hopefully just everything works out with my work ethic. Not like, oh, I have to, reach 10 billion subs, and then like, if like by any chance I'm at 9 billion December 30th, 2020, I'm like, oh shit, bro, I didn't meet my goal. I should
Yeah. That's something I've definitely noticed about your personality a lot is like you don't like to make big goals or anything like that. You like to just like try to just create routines.
I just my main goal is to just like consistently or constantly like go up.
Yeah.
So like not just like like I have a point where I have to be, but like if I look back a year from now, am I lower or higher?
Yeah, I think that's honestly dope. And like a lot of people in the streaming kind of world are kind of like us, where we like to see numbers and like have specific goals and stuff. So I think there is a sect of people out there who can definitely relate to like.
I do relate.
You have a very different kind of I
relate with it. The only reason why I don't mind saying a goal is because I reached it last year. Well, this year.
Mm-hmm.
All the goals I had last year, I reached them somehow. I don't know how, but
for me, goals are important because it's like something that's obtainable, and then once you attain the goal that you wanted, then you get like that next surge of motivation and stuff. But you're someone who like clearly knows what he wants, and it just works for it every day. So
you know what I feel? I feel like fuck goals.
Yeah.
Like literally, I used to be this guy about goals. Like I had a goal or a clear thing in mind that I wanted, and I would be like, "Yo, when I get this, that's when I'm gonna be happy." You know what I'm saying? It's like when I get this. But dude, every time I've gotten the things that I've like yearned for, it was always like, it always wasn't this magical thing that I had.
That's exactly how I feel, and
that's how I felt
when
too.
I realized that it was when I first moved into this house. I was like, all right, my goal is to be top 10. And to get sponsored. Yeah. And then the year after that, I was ranked 7, and I got sponsored by Panda Global. I was like, all right, well, what the fuck do I do now?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? All right, so like, it's like, what's the point of like having a goal? Like, if you reach it, and then it's like, all right, so you just set another goal. But it's like, you don't have to set a goal. You can just like. And like just enjoy your life while you're like rising up.
Well, here's the thing is I think I 100% understand what you're saying, but I do personally, the way I feel about it is like having a goal when you're smaller or like just starting or like you really just don't have a lot yet. It's really a good way for you to like be picturing. It's very good motivation to me because it's like I know that you can't set yourself up for disappointment 100%, but for me it's like I want to be able to like see why I'm putting in the work or like think about why I'm putting in the work and like. That kind of gives me a way to constantly be like remotivating myself because everybody knows who makes content or plays a game professionally or whatever. Slumps can be a very real thing, and like if you're not careful, it can break you. So you got to have high aspirations, at least in my opinion. But I think yours is a very smart approach. It's kind of like an approach you start to take once you've already like hit that first big.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that because actually now that I think about it, I only start feeling this way after I hit 100.
That's what I was
like. After I got 100,000,
I felt that way after I got top 10.
Yeah, like,
and then I'm sitting here thinking like, yo, bro, like I got goals, motherfucker.
Dude, imagine how numb I feel, dude. Like I didn't even get to appreciate getting 100,000, which is something I was fighting for so long, and it's like. Yo, you got 100,000, but here's 200,000. I'm like,
it's like these are like
I can't even like now the number 100,000 seems small to me, and I'm like, that's not fair, man. Like I'm gonna get the plaque, and I'm like I don't care about 100,000 because I'm at 200,000 now.
These are like the weird problems that like rich people talk about sometimes. Like I'd be like, yeah, like I got my boat and then like this didn't work out or whatever. And then there's like poor people that are like, yo, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you?
But dude, as a human, like this shit is like something that we shouldn't even be able to process. Like we're not even evolved to like process
no, not at
like
all.
this many people even like caring about us.
I think that's a very real reason why it's like you are surprised by how not satisfied you are once you hit your goals. Because like your body doesn't even, if you went out into the woods, that's why people hunt. Yeah. You go out to the woods and you shoot a deer and you take it home and prepare it for your family or whatever. Like that's the kind of that's a kind of satisfaction that you're programmed to like feel.
But yeah. It's also like, because like while you're like going towards that goal, you're like, you can like, you don't like see it, but like you're like gradually making improvement. So like you don't actually feel it, but it's like happening. So it's like you like before you like know it, you're like, oh shit, I'm at like 10,000 subs. So like, but like it's like it's kind of hard to explain because like it's so gradual that like you don't feel the improvement. So it's like if you're like playing Smash and it's like I want to be really good at the game, it's like you get better every day, but you don't see yourself get better every day. It's like when it's like a month later, you like look at yourself play and like look at your months play like a month before, you're like, wow, I was doing terrible shit. But it's like you don't notice because
you just remember the feeling of like,
you know, there's one thing I feel like people don't think about, but it's like I feel like every time you feel like once you reach this goal, this is what my life is gonna look like. And then when you get there, your life don't look like that. It looks
the exact same.
So then you say, it looked the exact same as your old life. And you're like, oh, so well, then the next goal that I have, like when I get there, my life is still might be the same. So like, it's hard to really like trust in it's easy to have a goal, but like you start to lose like motivation for the goal because you like, oh, I'm gonna get 1 million subs and I'm gonna just be like still going to BB Bop, you know? Like, that's just what you start to think. You're like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna just enjoy myself, you know? I'm gonna just try to enjoy the here and now because you have an expectation of what your life is gonna be like when you get there, and
I think this is
it doesn't just mean that's gonna happen for you. You have to like actively work towards changing your life, not thinking that a goal is gonna just magically change it.
Well, I think that's a very interesting discussion because it's like, that is something that a lot of people don't think about, and it's not talked about very often because it's like almost frowned upon to have success and like kind of talk about like maybe the more negative aspects of it or like things, the real feelings that do come along with that. So I think that's very enlightening. I appreciate the input on that, especially as someone who's like in that same position where it's like I want to blow up super bad. I have all these goals and everything. So it's good to keep that in mind as you're going on your way, because mental health in this space is obviously something that we are learning about, and our learning has not been, it's not something that people have been talking about for 50 years or something. You know what I mean?
For me, dude, like I super understand. Remember we were fighting hella hard for permanent 3.5?
Yeah.
I worked so hard for 3 months and afterward I don't care. That's dope, but
it's like
it don't matter anymore.
You know, it's the cool thing. You just start to be like, man, let me focus on trying to enjoy my life.
Yes, that's why I've been.
Dude, I forgot I had 3.5.
Yeah, me too.
We fought for months.
We fought
I got
so
it.
fucking hard,
and I don't remember. One is a problem about our type of work style is different from most others. Yeah. Other people might fight for 6 months to get that $2 raise. You know. We might just get that $2 raise today. And it's not $2. It could be like, if we were making $10 an hour, it could be, oh, now you're making $30.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I'm making $30. Well, I'm still about to go to KFC. And maybe instead of getting a 3-piece, I'll get a 4, but you know, I don't want to get that.
Alright, but that first time you get that 4-piece though, it does feel good though. It does.
So I'm still gonna get a 3-piece.
I still get a 3-piece.
I do want to jump in. I have a very different perspective when it comes to goals and such.
Yeah, go ahead.
For me as a filmmaker, I'm not a Smash player. I played like 15 years ago, and you know, I completely stopped after that, after Melee. But I would say within my film career, especially the past 5-6 years since I've been filming, but definitely in the past 2 or 3, I've tried setting goals and I've never hit any of them. But during the process of trying to reach that goal, I would hit a detour, and then it would send me in a very different direction. And I feel like the past few years, it's just constantly been me trying to go somewhere, and then going here, and then finding out, oh, there's a bunch of these options, and I'm going this way, and then I go now in this other direction here. And it's just me never reaching a specific goal that I thought I wanted, but then getting something else that maybe I potentially like or wanted better, but I didn't know I wanted. Or is just equally as good as that other option that I wanted. A lot of times for me, it's just I don't believe in necessarily setting goals, but I just have ideas that I'm like, this would be cool if this would work. Maybe I'll try this. Maybe I'll try this. And I throw a lot of different things out in the air, and I try each option, and then I do this, and it's weird. Sometimes I succeed in it. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it sends me somewhere else, and the next thing I'm on to the next phase. Like, I didn't know a few months ago that I was going to be moving. Actually, I didn't know until a month and a half ago that I was going to be moving to Korea for a year. I'm moving January 15th.
Yeah.
Which is super fucking
That's
random.
a big adventure.
This happened because I went to Korea a month and a half ago for my friend Cheshire's birthday. I literally didn't plan any work. I found a cheap ticket of like $330 for a round trip ticket. China Eastern, shout out to them or whatever. You know, the flights suck, and they sent me to China two stopovers. It was crazy.
Wait, China Air?
China Eastern.
Oh.
Not Air China.
Don't take Air China.
Air China's cool. What's it called? Whatever it is.
You look mad.
Yeah. But I took a flight out there. It was super cheap. And spent time on my friend's birthday. Next thing you know, I meet this K-pop star chick. I meet this dude through this other director. I meet this one film director that has been my biggest inspiration from 2012 to 2016 with music videos and stuff. I had no idea I was going to meet him. I was being introduced to him as if he was a music producer, and then I found he was a film director, and that he filmed everything that I love to watch from the beginning of time. Even until now, I still have his videos on my phone. Next thing you know, I meet this other dude that I met 2 years ago, and the music producer's like, yo, I want to move you out to Korea. Would you be a director for our new label that we're starting within a couple weeks?
How
you know what I
hyped
mean?
are
Or
you?
whatever. Yeah, I was mad hyped. I was like, fuck. But honestly, that wasn't in my plans at all. I thought I was going to still be sleeping with maggots at Sky Williams' house until 2020 or whatever.
That's true. That's kind of a lesson in just stay on the grind and just you will be rewarded if you really put it in.
100%.
Man, I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you.
Am,
to be honest, the past 2 years, I've been sleeping on floors, couches, whatever, eating peanut butter and jelly, just doing nonsense with all my talent and my work and doing whatever, just trying to make ends meet. Once I get money, I spend all my money on film equipment and I'm back in debt. I'm back in debt of like I'm in like $9,000 worth of debt right now. I get to whatever. Honestly, one of the things I learned in 2018 and 2019 is, and I don't want to say this is something that you should be doing, but if you are talented enough and you believe in yourself enough and what you're doing, if you know you're smart and you're making the right moves towards what you want to do not be afraid of taking certain risks, and don't be afraid of getting into debt to invest in something that you want to, that you need to achieve in order to get you out of debt.
I know exactly.
You guys all know.
Yeah. Listen, 100%. Take it from me as well. Like I'm still in debt for the camera equipment and stuff that I've bought, and like I had to spend money on all of my computer that I still use to edit every video that I create.
All right, well, continuing to have technical difficulties, but we are all good. I think that was a very enlightening discussion. Thank you for giving us your perspective. I think we can all say that your life is inspiring to many of us who work in this kind of industry, and especially like the smaller people out there who really haven't made it yet, and it's like hard to know, like, should I keep believing, should I keep going? And let us all say that it is a very difficult journey, but it can also be one of the most rewarding experiences you can have in your life, taking the alternate path. And there is a lot of benefits to that. There's a lot of cons as well, but as long as you stay smart, be aware of stuff like, don't fall into the hole of making big goals and not achieving it and then getting depressed and all that. That's, or just being depressed when you get it and being like, I didn't feel the way I wanted to feel. But yeah, I think that is probably going to do it for the Loft Podcast episode 2. This was I think this was definitely a lot better than the first episode. I know a lot of people liked the first episode, but I actually think this was a great podcast, and I'm excited to hear what you guys think about it. So in the comments below, if you want to drop comment, let us know what you thought. Please make sure to go check out our guest. I'm gonna have all his stuff linked in the description. I think you guys should definitely check out his stuff. For sure. If you want to say something real quick, go ahead.
BlackVoiceGod on Twitter. It's actually BlackVoice.
You don't know what it is.
You don't even know what it is.
It
Don't
might
worry.
be
It'll be on the
might
screen.
be Black Voice.
It's sorry.
It's Black Voice.
It's Black Voice.
Yo, my homies know where to be. My bad. It's on Instagram. I have it as BlackVoiceGod, but on Twitter it can't be that long. So it is BlackVoiceGod. Like I said, I am the voice of Smash Planet. You already know what it is. Check me out. I'm dancing and all that stuff. Stay positive.
And make sure to, if you want to see the Sky Williams documentary, make sure to follow this man. You will always know when it's going to be coming.
Sky, I'm coming for you. You already know I'm making a documentary. I told you, and we talking shit. I told you that. You're good. Make sure you feature me. I was like, I bet. You know what's coming.
Okay, well, yes, very special shout out to our guest. Make sure to leave a like on the video, guys. Make sure to comment on the video to let us know what you thought. If you're listening to this on Spotify, SoundCloud, follow the podcast. You guys always know what's going on. Follow the Loft socials, all right? Twitter, @TheLoftSquad. Instagram, @TheLoftSquad_. and just stay up to date with all of us because I think, we're going to be putting out some dope content in 2020 and really just expanding on what we worked to get to this year. So, it's going to do it for the video. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you guys for having me.
Later.
Konnichiwa.
Peace.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. Sayonara.
Sayonara.
There you go.
Come on, you're the anime Japanese guy.
Yeah,
Bro,
what the
I
hell?
can't